Hi Cancer, welcome to your September 2017 Astro Tarot forecast. My name is Charlotte from Astrology.com, and this month we are going to see the effects of the eclipse that took place August the 21st in the sign of Leo that lit up your finance sector. This is about payouts. This is also about income and any type of joint resources, because it does oppose your 8th house. It runs along that financial axis, so the balance of give and take, the balance of your debt-income ratio, all of these things are coming to light, and your boundaries. And in the first week of September, chaos, because a lot of these situations, especially regarding your finances, are going to need to be sorted out. You may not even realize until that first week of September that things need to really be sorted out, but all of these things will come to light with Mercury retrograde crossing that eclipse degree on September the 1st. By the 4th, Mars crosses that eclipse degree, and so you're really going to get some energy behind straightening out all of these financial matters. You may even be spending a lot of money. You may be traveling and need money around September the 4th, because I feel like something is going to come to a close, especially related to matters of legalities, travel, transportation, anything to do with academia, the media, publishing, any type of social media. Anything to do with the internet or people located at a distance, these matters are going to be taking place in that first week of September. So you're going to really need to figure out how to make your income flow in order to handle all of these matters, I feel like. I also feel like there may be boundaries that need to be put up along social media. Or maybe there have been stalking online for some of you. I think we've seen that for some Cancers. And so this is about some sort of communication, I feel like, for some of you that has been taking place at a distance, and maybe you're really going to find some ways. Maybe you're reaching out to someone in matters related to intimacy even. Perhaps there's an intimate message going along those lines, or there is an ending there related to that matter. Something that needs to be hashed out, something that needs to be worked out, something that may have been miscommunicated or missed in the past, coming out in September along that first week. Now, Mercury retrograde will cross that eclipse degree again September 9th and 10th. It's going to really bring up, some more miscommunication. So I think it's going to take us probably all until the time Mercury turns direct to really see how this eclipse, August the 21st, is going to affect us all. And then we're all going to really start to push forward with more clarity and action from that point forward. Now, on September the 20th, there is a new moon in Virgo. And this is your 3rd house of communication. So you're going to be reaching out to other people. The cool thing about this new moon is that Venus will be in Leo at 29 degrees. And we know 29 degrees was the degree of that August 21st eclipse. So again, the eclipse matter is coming right back up. But Venus will be on that eclipse degree, bringing a lot of love to relationships. Maybe some of you are even suddenly reaching out or hearing things with relationships, especially related to career matters, especially related to work matters. So I think that this is your job for those of you involved in a career field. For some of you, this is about location and health even. Maybe some of you have been sick, you're feeling better, you're feeling more like yourself, feeling more confident even about your debt-income ratio there on September the 20th. I feel like you're starting to feel like something's going to work out, and it may, but I do want to warn you, Cancers, that all cardinal signs are going to feel the wrath next month. There are 2 nasty new moons coming up in October. The good thing is that Jupiter will be moving into Scorpio. It will trine your sign from your children's sector here. So I feel like you're going to be able to have some healing related to children or romance. And I feel like that's going to bring a lot of joy into your life. So even though some of you may be dealing with, I see a lot of legalities, home and family conflict, relationship conflicts in October, the joyous thing here for you Cancers is that you're going to have either a romantic relationship or you're going to have a new relationship with children. Jupiter only changes signs or moves into a particular sign every 12 years, so you haven't had this joyous feeling since about 2005, I think. I think it's 2004, 2005. Whatever romance entered your life at that time, it is coming back for you. Whatever joyous feeling or buoyance that you had in relation to fun or, you know, getting in touch with your inner child and really feeling, you know, the warm fuzzies about the way that you want to live life, that is coming right back to you again. And so I feel like there's a lot of hope. With love, we have hope. And certainly this fifth house brings us a lot of that energetic, childlike energy where we're able to experience hope, faith, and love a lot easier and not be weighed down by negative energies. Now, I have the oracles already laid out here to discern the underlying emotional factor for the month of September for you, Cancer. And so we're going to go right into this and see what the message is that Spirit has for us. Then we'll lay the tarot down on top, as I usually do in my videos. And we're going to try to discern the mundane events that are happening around this underlying emotional energy here. I do want to remind you that I do offer private readings, and I have decided to extend the special, not from the summer special, but I'm bringing on a fall special. I should have it up within a few days. It is going to be the 45 for 45, so $45 for a 45-minute video, just like I'm doing here today, except you get to tell me what you want the reading about. You can add any characters, like, for example, if you wanted your spouse's sun, moon, ascendant sign brought into the reading, birth date, just their sun sign, any type of factors that you wanted to make it easier to discern what is going to be happening over the next 6 months for you, you can bring that into the reading. I'll post the link down below for that reading. Again, if it's not up when this video airs, it will be up within a few days. So again, 45 minutes for $45, still a great deal. Not going to find that hardly anywhere. It takes about 4 hours for me to upload these videos. And so I almost went right back to the regular pricing, but I decided it's fall, the holidays are coming, so I'm going to extend it for a limited time. Not sure how long I'm going to run this offer, but take advantage while you can. And now we're going to get right into in the middle reading. Here, I feel like there have been some family karmic patterns. I know we've talked about this a lot with Cancer, and this is about situations where family patterns have been developed over time, and they may not have been the most they're not the healthiest family patterns that have come up and around within your lifetime related to family. And I feel like there is going to be an emergency situation, or there's going to be a sudden situation, perhaps even with water or some sort of ending here related to family. But I feel like everything is happening for a reason. I almost get this like heaven sent feeling. It is around the nurturing card. Perhaps some of you have children that are going to be born this month. A lot of you, again, have that romantic influence coming in, and a very prominent sexual romantic relationship I see here for some of you. And I feel like it is going to be a new beginning. It's going to be a new beginning for your family. Again, this reading is for the month of September, but it could take 6 months to unfold. So keep that in mind. I feel like some of you, though, feel like you're separated from your family in some way. Like there's an ending that is taking place here. And it's almost like coming as a surprise. And maybe some of you are feeling left out, or like you aren't, able to be a part of the family the way that you would want to. But I feel like there are blessings of abundance. I feel like some of you who have suffered financially, I feel like in that first week of September, of course, you're really straightening out all of those financial situations. But I feel like there's something new unfolding, this new beginning, where maybe you're able to heal this family karma. But I feel like it's all happening for a reason. It's almost like anything bad that happens, it's happening because there's something that's being cleared out here. This new beginning is coming forward. And yeah, you may feel like you're alone, or like, someone has left your circle or something by the end of September. But I feel like the end of September is going to be sort of like the calm before the storm. So I feel like even though there's this emergence of energy, you're like, okay, this is okay, because I feel like this ending needed to emerge in some way. Maybe I didn't expect it this soon or in this way, but it is happening, and we're going to have to make the most out of it. Now I'm going to lay the tarot down now on top of the oracles, and let's look at the mundane factors or actions. And maybe this can really help you to use your own free will to come up with new ways to solve old problems. I know a lot of Cancers have been hanging on to older relationships even. And I feel like this is, the month of September and October, and even into the holidays here in the States, even into December. I feel like, it's it's the last level for some of you before the letting go process and healing process begins. So in the center here, I have past relationships and children. This is the family karma or karmic relationships coming up here. For some of you, this is a soulmate relationship. And I feel like this is going to be a new beginning with a past relationship here. Some of you may even find this with a fire sign male. Or some of you are feeling the heat maybe with a fire sign male. I don't know where that phrase just came from, but it did just come to me. So I feel like this could have been like something you've been worried about or stressed about, like a secret relationship perhaps with a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Or if you are a male Cancer, now you know my male Cancers I have talked to for some time about really trying to understand your emotions, really trying to understand what it is that you need. And for some of you guys, you need to go back and revisit the relationship with your mother. Cancers always need to revisit the relationship with their mothers because they are ruled by the moon, and the moon rules mothers and families and emotion. And that's why you guys are so sensitive and emotional, which is, really in my book, it's, a great characteristic, I think, for you guys, because some of you seem like you build these shells around you and it's, very tough. And women really find that attractive when there's, the sort of like, the characteristics of tough guy with a soft heart. Some women really cling to that. And I think for some of you, you still aren't willing to let go of who you are inside. You're still not willing to show yourself to people. So some of you have multiple relationships and you're trying to figure out how all of these compartments, the role of mother in your life, the role of the lover, the role of responsibility, how all of those characters play a role in your life. And, and some of you are giving up yourself, giving all these pieces out to other people. And, you are just really betraying yourself, betraying what you really want or what you really feel comfortable with. So I'm not going to lecture too much about that because I feel like sometimes with Cancer, I do lecture. It's only because I see the need for you guys to grow perhaps more than any other sign other than perhaps Capricorn, who's sort of being forced out on the ledge to change. For Cancers, you're the ones that are holding on and, just refusing to let go. But now I see that things are turning, things are changing in relationships. A new idea is coming up where you're going to go back to the past, I feel like for some of you, and revisit an old relationship. And I feel like there are conflicts. The month starts out with conflicts in groups relating to family or relating to pregnancy or nurturing. And I feel like some of you are just so irritated, perhaps even about your finances here. There are blessings coming to you, but I feel like that first week of September, you're really trying to work out these issues, perhaps for some of you, even with children. And I feel like there's some hidden issues here with children, maybe that you don't even know. High Priestess is here. She says that there's something you don't know about this feeling of solitude or isolation here. We have a lot of water here, and I know we have a lot of flooding here in the United States. So this is really bringing me more like towards a Texan type area here. The Tower is here on top of the High Priestess. So she is alerting that there is some sort of sudden situation that's coming up with this Aquarius figure here, or a new pathway that's opening for you. This is about the need to get back on your path. Perhaps even the need to reconnect with this person. But there's something going on here with this person. Someone that maybe perhaps has been in the background, has been in solitude. Now the truth is coming up about this person when they are behaving perhaps erratically, or they're behaving suddenly, or they're having something suddenly come up for them. And let's try to see what that is. This is about moving on. Moving towards security and happiness. And making a choice. The need to make a choice here about a hidden opportunity. For some of you Cancers, you have been in love with an Aquarius person. I've seen this in my readings. I've seen it on other people's readings. This is really about some of you, if it's not an Aquarius, it's another air sign for some of you, and needing to go back to the past and revisit this relationship. Maybe you felt like you tried everything before, because we have the Nine of Wands here, but it's reversed. So maybe now you feel like you're going to be able to make headway with the investments that you have made. Also, in regard to monies, you're going to be able to make headway here after you figure out these circumstances with money. For some of you, again, I do see third-party relationships. I feel like some of you are trying to like weigh and balance. You're still trying to decide who it is you want, and I think now you're going to go back and try to revisit this other person here. But towards the end of the month, I feel like you male Cancers here are still feeling trapped. You're still trying to find the right ingredients. It's like you've taken a step back. There may even be arguments in relationships. Someone's been left out in the cold. There's illusions and lies with probably a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, younger fire sign, a female, and it seems like there are conflicts in groups and mental anguish with this person. Now, everything is happening for a reason with your finances and, discerning the balance of give and take in relationships. Some of you, this is about sickness within the family or a feeling of defeat. So I'm going to go back. I realize this is kind of choppy for you guys. So I'm going to go back and really try to summarize all of this for you. So the month begins, I feel like there's a feeling of heartbreak, maybe of disappointment, of regret. And this could be around a female for some of you male Cancers. For others of you, I feel like there is a worry or a heartbreak involving someone who may be pregnant or conflicts within the family concerning a pregnancy. I feel like there's a celebration here and there's blessings to be had. Some of you may feel like this has been a bumpy ride, and some of you may be worrying about traveling in relating to finances, especially those with children and old family karmic patterns where people have just been sort of nasty to one another. What is unfolding is that you're going to go back to the past and revisit something. This could be a legal matter, but it could be a new idea about a new beginning with an older relationship here. But I feel like you're going in quickly. This is your wish. And you're like, what have I been doing? Now I'm going in quickly and I need to get back to what this was and see if this is a matter that can work itself out over the winter, if there can be a new beginning, if all this is happening for a reason, if we can decide to balance a give and take, or even two parties in a relationship. I feel like some of you are trying to make a final decision here. Some of you feel like you've been alone. High Priestess says, watch out for an Aquarius female or the need to get back on your spiritual path. I feel like someone is moving on and financial security is an issue here. But I feel like the goal here is a happy family. It's just that some things are hidden. There's a lot of female energy coming towards towards the end of September. And for some of you male Cancers here, this is about conflicts in group, maybe pertaining to children, or conflicts in groups pertaining to lies with younger female fire sign figures here. And let's go back to the center here. Yeah, this is definitely a past relationship coming up for some of you. For some of you, this may be about you weren't the hero. You wanted a hero before, and that hero wasn't available, and now they are becoming available, and there is a rekindling of a connection in a relationship. Some of you have been waiting a long time to hear this. I feel like it is a good thing. I'm going to go back over it with Cheryl Marchetti. We have a couple of minutes left. And so let's see about this new beginning. It's saying there's a bridge that needs to be crossed in a meeting place. I believe if you watch the Cancer bonus video for the month of September, thank you guys for giving me so many views, by the way. But if you go back and watch that love bonus video for Cancer, I think it talked about a meeting place and, crossing a bridge to get there. And there is a need to do that. I feel like there are groups of people involved in money matters involved here, but I think you're going to make a lot of progress. I don't want to cover this up because this is a beautiful influence, celebratory influence with this new beginning for some of you in relationships. Let's figure out what this is here. This is definitely relating to males and the need to reconnect or recommit to something that has already been bound, an older relationship, perhaps one bound by law, or one that you had turned away because it was your desire, it was what you wanted. It has gone on for quite some time, but it may have been related at a distance. that is coming up here with the numerology and these cards. And so I feel like there's a need to contact this person, write to this person, or tell them perhaps about what it is you feel. I still see some sneaky behaviors in relationships, especially related to females here. And so watch your back in certain situations. Watch who's watching you. Maybe for some of you, if this is a commitment or a marriage, you are going to need to really watch out for coercion. Watch out for manipulation. Watch out for emotional manipulation, because that could be a factor here, even relating to past relationships or those that you have been bound to by contract. I feel like for some of you, there's a sudden need to travel here with this situation involving an Aquarius figure or the security of home and family. And I feel like that's what you're going to be going towards. I feel like there's a lot of communication involved. But this is going to bring a new direction and need to look deeper here. He says you haven't been looking deep enough, but I think you're going to roll the dice with secrets and money. And especially as they relate to females. For if you are a female Cancer, this is about a male lover and one that you know has been coming for some time, or they're the ones that has been trying to make the decision, and you've been waiting on them, and you felt defeated, you felt betrayed, you felt like this person is paying attention to everybody but you, and you have felt like they have withdrawn into their home and family, and that you have given way more in the relationship, and they have taken more, or they just haven't given any at all. And you have been the loyal partner. For some of you, this is even at a distance. For some of you, there's a need here to balance home and family with all this, and you've got to look closer. There's something here about boundaries within home and family and all of this, and finances that need to be rediscovered. There's something here with older relationships that need to be rediscovered. So for all of you, I think that the month of September is going to be first about straightening out finances, making new beginnings. At the same time, your heartstrings are pulling at you, and you are going to reconnect with someone from the past. I feel like 29 degrees of Leo is going to bring you to the end of a matter where you're going to finally make a decision, probably before February of 2018. Jupiter is going to move into Scorpio next month in October, but I feel like you're still going to be blocked in some ways then. This is a growing situation. There are things hidden here. There is still snaky behavior in relationships, hidden relationships going on here. Male Cancers are really trying to figure it out. Female Cancers, some of you are just waiting your time out because you are heartbroken about certain situations coming for you. If you are pregnant or there's a pregnancy in your family, congratulations. I see some celebrations here. I do see some worries here. I will say that I feel like that new moon in Virgo is going to bring about some of these family related matters, and I do feel like there could be some complications here for some of you, because there are just obstacles here to this new path opening up. And but I feel like you're going to be able to move forward. So you're going to have to get past these obstacles, Cancer, and finances and relationships. What's the advice here for Cancer? The meerkat gets support from a trusted group of like-minded friends. So perhaps you are talking to people on social media. Unicorn is here. Indulge your creative, imaginative, and magical side through some form of artistic expression. And this is much like the 5th house, guys. This is a beautiful card. It's a fun card. It's a celebratory card. It's a card of getting together and enjoying some romance. And Kimmel is here. Trust that you have the resources to get you through the challenges before you. It's going to work out, Cancer. Everything's going to be okay. And I know you know that, but I feel like some of you Cancers kind of lose hope sometimes. I see your comments. I read all of your comments. And I feel like some of you get so frustrated to the point about new beginnings and just feeling like you just can't, you know, it's kind of like the saying, damned if you do, damned if you don't. And so you just sit in the same situation. But I feel like, you know, one of the greatest things that pulls us out of that is the hope and faith that comes, again, with new love. And it really brings about, you know, knowing that other person is there to work with you and having someone to be equally excited about you as you are about them, and having someone to know you and understand you on all levels is so important. So if you have left someone out in the cold, you may want to reach out to them now. If you're waiting on someone, I feel like there's a good chance that they're coming back. So at least to revisit this relationship once again. Congratulations to all of you having children out there. Children are a beautiful blessing and a ray of hope and sunshine and love. Nothing better than having a child, from me at least. So I wish you guys all the best in the month of September, Cancer. Take care.